Hello, gals, pals, and cinephiles. I'm Ozzie Gonzalez, and today we're going to be taking a look at the best movies to watch around Christmas time. Ah, Christmas. My favorite time of the year. It's a magical time that fills hearts with both warmth and joy, where families gather around the fireplace, friends exchange gifts, and the aroma of freshly baked cookies fill the air. But the cherry on top of the holiday season is the Christmas movies. From heartwarming classics to spirited modern tales, these movies have brought joy to audiences young and old alike. So today we'll be uncovering 10 of the most enchanting Christmas movies that are perfect for the holiday season. So grab your Santa hats and your hot chocolate. Let's get into the list. Let's start with a film that is a big staple of the holiday. It brings nostalgia to anyone of any age. Home Alone. Yes, I'm wearing this throughout the whole video. Eight-year-old Kevin McAllister is accidentally left home when his family leaves for a vacation during Christmas time, leaving him to fend for himself. Two bandits named Harry and Marv try to rob every house that has gone away for the holidays on his block. But when Harry and Marv start to get closer to Kevin's house, it's up to Kevin to protect his house with booby traps and fend off the bandits. What can I say about a holiday classic as popular as Home Alone? The atmosphere of the scenes capture the holiday spirit with well-done and familiar sets, plus the music fits perfectly to make the film scream Christmas. Plus the actors in Home Alone are what make the movie so memorable for over 30 years. Both Harry and Marv are well played and give menacing yet goofy enough performances not to be seen as threatening, who are played by Daniel Stern and a non-swearing Joe Pesci, and the star of the film, Macaulay Culkin, does great as Kevin, bringing this childlike wonder and innocence to the role that makes him memorable for anyone of any age, even if Kevin goes a little bit overboard with the traps. Are we sure that these two aren't the same person? Besides Kevin's homicidal tendencies, Home Alone is a film for the whole family to enjoy. Home Alone was also popular at the box office, sitting at number 1 for 12 weeks straight. This obviously meant Hollywood would give this film 6 sequels, and only one of them being okay. But the only Home Alone that matters is the original. Because at its core, Home Alone is a story about the importance of family. Yes, Kevin and his family often butted heads, but who doesn't argue with their family from time to time? Thus, the film's emphasis on family, togetherness, and the holiday spirit makes Home Alone a film fit for the holiday season. So this Christmas, grab your family and enjoy Home Alone together, because you don't realize how good you have something until it's gone. On to the second film. Since talking about Home Alone, let's shift into another classic that also captures the childlike wonder of Christmas. You'll get a film that brings the holiday cheer. A Christmas Story. Set in the 1940s, the film follows young Ralphie Parker in his quest for the ultimate Christmas gift, a Red Ryder BB gun, as Ralphie navigates his quirky family dynamics, schoolyard bullies, and his many misadventures all leading up to Christmas. Though Christmas Story seems simple, the film says a lot with very little. There are no villains or overcomplicated plots or unnecessary drama. It's just a story about a kid during Christmas time, as well as the kids and adults talking like real people instead of characters in a script. And the standout performance comes from Ralphie himself. This is mainly because out of all the characters in the film, we can all relate to Ralphie. We've all been in Ralphie's shoes of wanting something so badly for Christmas that we would do anything for it. Plus, Christmas Story also brought some of the most memorable scenes and quotes in a Christmas film.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
I triple dog dare you!
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Even if you've never watched a single scene from A Christmas Story, you know that these quotes are from the movie. This also goes with the iconic leg lamp. This lamp is the logo of the movie, and people have bought replicas of this exact lamp. This leg would end up becoming synonymous with the film, cementing itself in Christmas Leg-a-see. But Christmas Story would also get so popular that there would be 24-hour reruns of this film alone. Christmas Story is a lot bigger than one would think. Never would you think that an easy story like this with likable characters, smart comedy, and a wholesome message would be something that people would still be talking about for over 40 years. Christmas Story shows that you don't have to do a lot to make a big impact. A Christmas Story may look simple on the surface, but within its tale tells a timeless lesson of the holiday season that transcends generations. A tale of childhood dreams, family bonds, and the enduring Christmas spirit. A Christmas Story speaks volumes with its simplicity. A reminder that the greatest gifts are not found under a tree, but the cherished moments shared with those we hold dear. On to the third film. After talking about A Christmas Story, let's pick a film where that childlike wonder was still with you as an adult. You get the early 2000s comedy, Elf. The film follows Buddy, a human who accidentally crawls into Santa's gift sack and is taken to the North Pole. Buddy is then raised as an elf and grows up at the North Pole. Despite Buddy being bigger and taller than everyone else, he starts to lack in the elf department. After Buddy discovers that he is a human, Buddy decides to find out who he is. Curious about his origins, Buddy sets out on a journey to New York City to find his biological, workaholic father, Walter. Elf is another film that has its grip on the holiday season. Again, there's no big bad or overly complicated stories, but Elf is far from simple. The sets and color grading are done nicely to make the North Pole look similar to a classic Rankin Bass animation, but the writing can be a little sloppy at some points, but the majority of the jokes are great when they are delivered well. That is all thanks to Buddy, who is either the best or most annoying part of the film. Will Ferrell does great as Buddy by bringing this youthful optimism to a character that honestly sounds like a joke. Think about it. What would a man who grew up in the North Pole and has no idea about the outside world act like? It's easy to play this character as a joke, but Will Ferrell can be smart about it. Besides the times that he has to act goofy and play for laughs, Will Ferrell can be subtle at times to show that he's more than just a walking Christmas card. Except for the times when he's not so subtle. I bet parents loved watching this every single year with their screaming children. But regardless of Buddy screaming, Elf also brought some iconic lines.
I'm a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color for the... Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
The same thing goes. When you hear those lines, you know they're from Elf. Elf has an impact on anyone, no matter the age. Elf is still regarded as a timeless Christmas classic because of its capacity to make people laugh, cry, and teach important life lessons. Because Elf serves as a constant reminder of the value of embracing our inner child, creating deep connections, and showing love and excitement to anyone around us. It will never cease to be popular. As we rewatch this beloved film each year, or if you're watching it for the first time, let us be reminded of the enduring appeal of Elf and its profound message, that the real spirit of Christmas lies in the warmth of our hearts and the compassion we offer to one another. On to the fourth film. After talking about Elf, let's go from a human elf to the big man himself. It's the film known as The Santa Claus. The film follows Scott Calvin, an ordinary man who, by a series of extraordinary events on Christmas Eve, finds himself unintentionally taking on the role of Santa Claus after the original Santa fell off his roof. As Scott reluctantly takes on the responsibilities of jolly old Saint Nick, he undergoes a magical transformation, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. Alongside his young son Charlie, Scott navigates the challenges of balancing his newfound duties with the skepticism and disbelief of those around him, all while rediscovering the true spirit of Christmas and the importance of family. The Santa Claus is another film that I, along with many other people who grew up with this film, watch every year. Before The Santa Claus, there was a very limited number of Christmas movies for people growing up in the 90s. It was either reruns of classic Christmas cartoons, Home Alone, and A Miracle on 34th Street. So The Santa Claus brought a film for new kids to enjoy throughout the years. And it's a film that deserves its spot on the list. It has nice moments, the cast does exactly what they're supposed to do, and it's a film that's perfect for the whole family. The standout performance definitely goes to Tim Allen, who plays Scott. Tim Allen does a great job going from downer divorced father to cheerful Father Christmas in a believable way, even if it can be a little creepy sometimes. But regardless of the whole creepy Santa thing, the popularity of the Santa Claus was proven when it became a box office success. The Santa Claus was so popular that 2 sequel movies and a sequel series were made. The second one is about Scott trying to find Mrs. Claus, the third one is about Jack Frost trying to take over Christmas, and the series is about Scott trying to be Santa after many years while being with his new family. But you can't beat the original. And what the original was to 90s and 2000s kids was the same as how Halloween Town was to Halloween. The Santa Claus is something that can fill your heart with the warmth that only Christmas can bring. The Santa Claus isn't just a holiday film. It's a timeless lesson for all ages. It reminds us to embrace the spirit of Christmas, find joy in giving, and believe in the extraordinary. Join Scott Calvin on his inspirational journey and let the enduring charm of the movie awaken the Santa Claus spirit within each and every one of us. It's a cherished emblem of holiday magic. On to the fifth film. After talking about the Santa Claus, let's go from Santa himself to the son of Santa. It's the underrated film I watch every year, Arthur Christmas. In this film, the Claus family operates as a state-of-the-art, high-tech operation at the North Pole. Santa is ready to hand over the reins to his oldest son, Steve. But when a glitch leaves a kid without a present on Christmas morning, it's up to Arthur, Santa's enduring, yet clumsy younger son, who, along with his spirited grandpa, Grand Santa, and a rapping elf, Bryony, embark on an adventure to deliver the missed present and save Christmas for the disappointed child. In my opinion, Arthur Christmas is a film that needs to be talked about more. The details in Arthur Christmas is something that needs to be talked about. The comedy and animation are so fast and well done that it requires multiple viewings. The characters are also very well done with actors who have gone on to do big things. You have Steve, played by House's Hugh Laurie, Mrs. Claus, played by Dolores Umbridge actress Imelda Staunton, Santa is played by another Harry Potter alumni, Jim Broadbent, and Arthur is played by the criminally underrated James McAvoy, most known as young Charles Xavier in X-Men. And this stacked cast delivers a story made for anyone and everyone. Not only can Arthur Christmas entertain you, but it can also make you think. And Arthur Christmas begs the question, what's the right way to do things? There is a constant question throughout the film about how things should be done. Should we keep things as they are with very little changes? Progress to new ways and routines that could be advanced? Or stick with the old ways and never diverge from them? This is a question that is asked throughout the movie and in everyday life. Sadly, Arthur Christmas didn't do well at the box office, but after years have passed, it has become a cult classic with a mass following. So give it a watch and see what you think. Arthur Christmas explores themes of family, self-discovery, and the importance of never losing sight of the true meaning of Christmas. The emotional journey that Arthur embarks on resonates with viewers on a personal level, making it a heartfelt experience that goes beyond a typical holiday movie. In the grand view of Christmas films, Arthur Christmas tells a tale that captures the essence of the holiday season. Its modern twist on a timeless story, relatable characters, technological marvels, and emotional resonance make it a standout Christmas movie. Don't overlook this hidden gem as you embark on your holiday movie viewing. Arthur Christmas is more than just an animated feature. It's a testament to the enduring magic of Christmas and the importance of spreading love, joy, and goodwill. On to the sixth film. After talking about Arthur Christmas, let's go from high-tech to old-fashioned. It's a film that makes kids' dreams come true. The Polar Express. Based on a short story of the same name, The Polar Express is about a skeptical young boy who embarks on a magical journey aboard the Polar Express on Christmas Eve night, as well as the other kids aboard the train bound for the North Pole. Along the way, he encounters a lively cast of characters including a courageous girl, a shy boy, a know-it-all, and a friendly conductor, all while traveling to the North Pole for a night they will never forget. The Polar Express can be divisive depending on who you ask. There are two groups when it comes to Polar Express. The first group is the people who grew up watching this film and love it to death and watch it every single year. And the second group is the people who hate this film with a passion and will take any chance they get to diss on it. Then you have me, who thinks the Polar Express is okay. So why am I including it on the list? Let me make it clear. I don't love or hate this film. But love it or hate it, there is something for everyone in Polar Express. It's a simple story for both kids and adults alike. But the animation of the film is definitely something to talk about. The animation of the characters can be very uncomfortable with the way that these characters look. There's something about the uncanny valley that makes these characters kind of off-putting. But I think that's the point. This story did come from a picture book. Maybe it's supposed to look like the book illustrations. It doesn't need to look real, it just has to feel real. So it leaves more of an impact whether good or bad. But the characters are something to be worked on. The characters are barely memorable, whether it's the kids, the conductor, or anyone else. What do you expect when your characters are literally named Hero Boy, Hero Girl, Know-It-All, and Billy? The kid with the only real name. But with everything that the Polar Express does, it still makes an impact on many people. Whether you're watching this every year, or watching it for the first time, Polar Express is a film that people will definitely remember. The Polar Express is a classic because of its entrancing music, ageless ideas, emotional relevance, and slightly unsettling animation. As we embark on this cinematic adventure year after year, we are reminded of the importance of belief, imagination, and the enduring spirit of Christmas. So grab your golden tickets, have a cup of hot chocolate, and let the Polar Express take you to a world where the magic of the holidays truly comes to life. On to the seventh film. After talking about the Polar Express, let's pick another film based on a Christmas book. It's the classic Charles Dickens novel, A Christmas Carol. Based on the book of the same name and the same director of Polar Express, A Christmas Carol follows a greedy, selfish businessman named Ebenezer Scrooge. On the night of Christmas Eve, Scrooge is visited by a ghost of his deceased business partner, Jacob Marley, who warns him of the consequences of a life consumed by greed. Throughout the night, Scrooge will encounter three spirits: the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. These spirit guides will take Scrooge on a journey of his own life, revealing the impact of his actions on others and the joyous spirit of Christmas that he has long forgotten. There have been many adaptations of the Christmas Carol story, so I'm picking the 2009 adaptation. Christmas Carol is a timeless classic. From the characters, music, and even the animation makes Christmas Carol one that you will remember for years. There is still the uncanny valley when it comes to certain characters and moments, but they're filled with life and energy. One of the best moments of this is when the Ghost of Christmas Present is showing Scrooge around London. The way that the room moves, the music swelling, and the general feeling makes this moment a memorable part of the film. But the animation is only half the job when you have a stacked cast such as this one. Gary Oldman, Colin Firth, Bob Hoskins, and the main character of the film, Jim Carrey as Ebenezer Scrooge. Jim Carrey does great as Scrooge, as well as playing Christmas past, present, and future. We all know Jim Carrey is the goofy, eccentric, funny guy who knows how to get a laugh. But in Christmas Carol, Jim Carrey makes the role his own with some serious and quiet moments that shows that he's more than just a funny guy. There are times throughout the movie where you forget that this is Jim Carrey. Plus, this version of Christmas Carol takes a dark turn. When we get to the third act, the Ghost of Christmas Present shows the kids of society, ignorance and want, and shows their growth into violent and insane people. All of this done while Christmas Present starts to decay down to his skeleton, and the Ghost of Christmas Future starts as Scrooge's shadow, then transforms to resemble the Grim Reaper. Talk about a movie for the whole family. Besides the film's dark turn, Christmas Carol is a story for anyone and everyone. A Christmas Carol earns its place as a classic Christmas movie through its stunning animation, Jim Carrey's compelling performance, emotional resonance, and timeless themes. This adaptation successfully captures the magic of the Dickens original story while presenting it as a visually striking and accessible way. As we celebrate the holiday season, let's revisit this cinematic gem that continues to inspire and remind us of the transformative power of love and generosity. On to the eighth film. After talking about A Christmas Carol, let's go from a classic Christmas book to a classic Christmas movie. It's a film that your grandparents talk about. It's a Wonderful Life. The film follows George Bailey, a compassionate and selfless man who finds himself in a difficult situation on Christmas Eve. When George is faced with financial ruin, he contemplates suicide. When George starts to go through with his plan, he is visited by his guardian angel, Clarence. Clarence is there to show George the impact that he has had on others in his life. So Clarence takes him on a journey through an alternate reality where George was never born. It's a Wonderful Life is something that I believe everyone should watch once. From the characters, the writing, and the lessons of the film have something for anyone. It's a Wonderful Life was so popular that this film also got a 24-hour rerun. Most people don't give this film a look, mainly because it's an older black and white film. Don't let that keep you from enjoying a new film. But back to the film. It's a Wonderful Life has something that most Christmas stories forget to talk about. And that thing is the sad part of the holidays. It's a Wonderful Life reflects on the idea that every person, no matter how ordinary they may seem, has an impact on the lives of those around them. It addresses the struggles and the challenges that people face, emphasizing the importance of community and interconnectedness. It's a Wonderful Life emphasizes what the world would be like if one person had never existed, prompting the viewers to reflect on their significance of their own lives and the positive influence that they might have on other people. Now, don't go thinking that this film is only filled with sad parts, because the happy parts of this film are very heartwarming. Right after George comes back to his reality, he has this infectious joy that you can't help but smile at. This part also brings the film's most iconic line that I guarantee people have heard of.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
It's a Wonderful Life reminds us that no matter how challenging life may become, there is always hope, redemption, and the possibility of a brighter future. As we gather with our loved ones this holiday season, let us be inspired by George Bailey's journey and embrace the true essence of Christmas, the spirit of giving, love, and the belief that our lives are indeed wonderful. On to the penultimate film. After talking about It's a Wonderful Life, let's pick another film where you make a wish that you'll soon regret. Let's get a horror movie onto this list with Krampus. Directed by the same guy who did Trick or Treat, Krampus follows a young boy named Max during Christmas time. When his dysfunctional family inadvertently loses their festive Christmas spirit, these actions end up summoning the ancient creature known as Krampus, the sinister counterpart of Santa Claus. As a blizzard traps them in their home, the family must unite against the horde of malevolent Christmas-themed entities unleashed by Krampus, who punish those lacking the holiday spirit. Krampus stands out as a dark and delightful alternative to the films that we normally associate during the holidays. The cast goes above and beyond with their roles. You have the overworked mom, the workaholic dad, the loud conservative uncle, annoying cousins, and rude aunt who all feel like real people. Krampus is also a PG-13 film that is riding the line of rated R. From the looks of Krampus's creatures, the well-done sound design, and even Krampus himself looks very well done for a PG-13 movie. There are moments in Krampus that make you forget that this is not rated R. Listen to this scene and tell me this doesn't sound like a rated R movie. There are many good things about Krampus, but the main thing that has kept people watching year after year is the ending. The ending is very divisive, but I will give my opinion on what I think the ending is. In the end, the family gets their happy Christmas morning, or so they think. The family is actually trapped in a snow globe in Krampus's collection with other snow globes filled with other families. But I don't think that's the ending. I see Krampus's events in this film as a vision, not reality. The difference between Max and the rest of Krampus's victims: Max learns a lesson, preventing this nightmarish vision from coming true. Krampus only appeared because Max lost his Christmas spirit, teaching him the true meaning. But what does the snow globe mean? The snow globe isn't a trap, it's a portal, symbolizing Krampus monitoring families, and the bell on the happy morning hints that Krampus is always watching, a reminder to cherish the Christmas spirit or he may return. Keep in mind, this is my interpretation of the ending. If you have a different one, there's no need to argue. Krampus demonstrates that Christmas movies can be both lovely and naughty with a satirical take on the holiday cliches, genuine family relationships, whether good or bad, visually spectacular design, and a morality story with a twist. So this holiday season, think about including Krampus into your celebration to add a little something dark. It's a hidden gem that can turn into a new tradition for the holidays. On to the final film. After talking about Krampus, let's end with a bang on an action movie that deserves its holiday spot. It's the action-packed spectacular Die Hard. NYPD cop John McClane visits Los Angeles to reconcile with his estranged wife, Holly, during her company's Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza. This festive atmosphere turns into chaos when a group of terrorists, led by Hans Gruber, takes control of the building. McClane, separated from the Christmas party, becomes the lone hope for the hostages and must navigate the skyscraper's perilous environment to outsmart the terrorist. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. There have been many arguments over the years about whether Die Hard is or is not a Christmas movie, so I'm here to say it is a Christmas movie. Because if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, why would they give the Blu-ray a Christmas slipcover? Especially with all of these mentions to Christmas.
You got any Christmas music? I didn't realize they celebrated Christmas in Japan.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Was the night before Christmas and all through the house.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake.
This is their idea of Christmas. I gotta be here for New Year's.
And people still say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. But enough of the Christmas debate. Let's get into the movie. Die Hard is one of the best action movies ever made. It is often a stereotype that action movies can't be smart, but Die Hard goes above and beyond what it can do. The characters are likable, the action's well done, and the humor in some scenes make Die Hard a movie to remember. But the best thing about Die Hard is our hero and villain. John McClane and Hans Gruber are the perfect hero-villain duo, playing the best game of cat and mouse throughout the entire movie. Many people thought that Die Hard would fail, mainly because of its star, Bruce Willis. Before Bruce Willis was the action hero we know now, he was known for doing comedies at the time, and action heroes in the 80s often looked like this. So to have a comedy actor in an action film was a huge risk that ended up paying off. This allowed people to watch an action movie and see themselves as the hero. If a guy like Bruce Willis can be an action hero, then so can anyone else. Die Hard defies the traditions of the Christmas genre, making it a rebellious work of cinema. This action-packed 80s classic has proven to be the best Christmas film ever thanks to its themes of redemption, non-stop thrills, unique location, unforgettable hero, and subversion of holiday expectations. So this holiday season, why not trade in Sugar Plum Fairies for explosions and gunfights with Die Hard? A film that proves Christmas can be action-packed and unforgettable. And that's the end of my list. Like last time, I had a couple more films that I wanted to include, so here's the honorable mentions. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. When the Grinch has had enough of all the noise and celebration of the Who's, he hatches a plan to steal Christmas. There have been 3 adaptations of this story, so you can take your pick. You have the original 1966 animation, the 2000s live-action Jim Carrey version, and the 2018 newly animated one with Benedict Cumberbatch. If I had to choose a favorite, it would be the original, but you can choose whichever one you want. Mickey's Once and Twice Upon a Christmas. Both are anthology films with the Mickey Mouse gang celebrating the holiday season. Both are done in distinct styles, with Once Upon a Christmas being hand-drawn 2D animated, and Twice Upon a Christmas being 3D computer animated. I grew up watching both of these films, and it still brings me back to those simpler times. There's a story for anyone in these films, so grab your family and enjoy these comfy films together. Anna and the Apocalypse, a Christmas horror musical with the undead coming alive during the holiday season at a school in London. The best way to describe this movie is if Zombieland had a crossover with La La Land. The action's great, the characters are likable, the jokes are funny, and the songs are guaranteed to get stuck in your head. So give it a watch and see if it gets your toes tapping. Violent Night. This was another movie I wanted to include on the list, but I thought Die Hard would be a better pick. Mainly because the premise of this film is, what would happen if John McClane was Santa Claus? And it's just as action-packed as it looks, with David Harbour as a perfect seasoned Santa Claus. Violent Night is like a combination of the following: Die Hard, Miracle on 34th Street, and John Wick. If you like action movies and Christmas, give Violent Night a look. 'Twas the night before Christmas, the stars all aglow, a tale of great movies, in rhyme I shall throw. From Home Alone's mischief to A Christmas Story's delight, in this festive lineup, each film shines bright. Elf spreads cheer with Buddy's infectious glee, a Santa Claus tale, a magical decree. Arthur Christmas, a modern North Pole quest, who delivers the gift with the highest of tech. All aboard the Polar Express, a journey so grand, through the snowy landscapes of a North Pole land. A Christmas Carol with Scrooge's rebirth, a lesson of love, redemption, and mirth. It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey's despair, with Clarence and Angel reminding him with care. Krampus creeps in, a dark Christmas night, a cautionary tale where joy turns to fright. Die Hard, an action holiday-packed feat, in Nakatomi Plaza where chaos and shots meet. So whether you laugh, cry, or hold your breath tight, these Christmas tales bring joy on this night. As the credits roll and the snow gently falls, in the warmth of your home, within cozy walls, remember the spirit of Christmas so clear, in the stories of movies shared year after year. May your holidays be filled with joy and with cheer. Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year. Thank you for checking out the video. See you next time.